Hello, friends. The third Yama, let's talk about that really quick, is Asteya, which is non-stealing. This one sort of speaks for itself. It's like we don't steal from others. We don't take things that are not ours. But we can look at this even internally. What do we steal from ourselves in that sense of, do I gift myself rest? Do I gift myself joy? Do I steal from myself when I've accomplished something wonderful and I'm like, oh, that was beautiful, or a lovely walk, or a beautiful dinner, perfect cup of tea, snuggling with a pet, things like that. It's like we really want to absorb and dive into that. We don't want to steal that from ourselves. But also, in the sense, one of my favorite ways of practicing asteya is not telling other stories out of turn. And sometimes I can get really excited if I know somebody has exciting news, I want to share it, right? But it's not my news to share. And even though it's positive news and it feels in that quote unquote space of love, it's still not my story to share. And often people do this in gossip, right? So gossip is dangerous and powerful and can affect people's lives in really negative ways. And again, we try not to use those labels, but it is the way it is in the culture that we live in. And again, these are just my perceptions of the yamas and niyamas and the yoga philosophy and what I've learned so far. And it'll continue to shift and change while I'm at the age that I am now, in the phase of my life that I am now. Non-stealing for me is really being conscious of not telling other people's stories, not speaking out of turn, not gossiping, stopping gossip when I hear it happening. Or if someone speaks poorly about someone that I really care for and has had a bad experience with that person, I simply say that's not my experience with them, and I'm probably not the right audience for this story. I send you lots of compassion and support. Done, right? It doesn't have to be big. I have another friend that practices this very well with me. We both have a mutual friend, but we stop ourselves and say, oh my gosh, not my story to share. I will let her share that with you when she's ready to share. And I always hear about it later and I'm excited to, but I never overstep. Like I really, really consciously try not to do that. So again, we notice where in our own lives do we steal from others, ourselves? Like in the spiritual, emotional sense, not the physical sense. We're typically not stealing. Or maybe you're one of those people who really steals a parking spot from somebody in a busy parking lot. Nah, probably not if you're listening to this, but it's one of those places that you can, right? So we notice we can take up space sometimes that isn't ours to take up, or have this space of needing to be center of attention. That's stealing from others as well. And while we all need that time to be heard and to speak our truth, we do it in a non harming way. They all build into each other. We have ahimsa, non harming, we have satya, the truthfulness, and now asteya, the non stealing, and they all support each other very beautifully. And it is a work in progress every single day because our emotions shift, stuff that happens to us shift. Life can throw some big curveballs, right? And unexpected things. So take good care of you. I'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.